Apologies. I accidentally hit spacebar with OBS and focus, and that ended the stream. That was not my intent. Anyway, we're back. We're on Zarkov now. It's true what they say. Those who spurn fear are invincible beneath his shadows. Our gentle souls, a somewhat flustered youth. What do we know about our enemy? These iron creatures came out of thin air. They attack in waves, giving us hardly any break. So a good thing we managed to get a message out in time. These things are not made of flesh and know no fear. They're closing in on us on all fronts. Sir, your arrival is a blessing for the God Emperor himself. What's the situation? When those things appeared, Colonel Governor Kurovich was personally handling the delivery of the sacred mechanisms to the Red Robes. Their machine spirit chapel is located to the northeast. Luca, our Karojan, went south to the gate. Right to the front, like a proper Medicae. I think he's looking for anyone who can still be saved. And our new drill sergeant, Dankosh, has been pushed back to the road of the Xeners. To the Xener Ruins northwest landing pad. Generopris is a portable Vox just mangled ear, his expression darkening. Damn it, they've launched a fresh attack on all fronts. I have to get back to our level, to the other level of the roots. I'll hold back as many as I can. Soldiers, I'm powering up the tower. Atonement for the one. Casualties. Do we have casualties? Arsenal is open. Gear up and engage. Now, all together. Come on. Atonement for the one.
Furious retribution.
It's flayed ones. Only 8 of them. And an ancient flayed one. Let's see. Pivotal survivor. Cool. Abelard, why don't you go over there? Attract their attention. Cabella's going to be able to act first. So, where'd you go? There you are. You go ahead and head over there. Let's have Aegon down here to support. You. Cassia as well. With Zenus and... just up ahead. Start the battle.
Stay vigilant.
A little bit of cleave.
To the heretic.
Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
I gotta say, you're doing a pretty good job.
Moving out.
Break their morale.
Or no, that's gonna
Weapon at the ready.
activate the arc coil.
Aim for the heart next time.
Cabela! But you just go ahead and do a little
I
switch.
shall not fail. Come. The other side awaits.
Get over there.
A dance
Do a
of
little more.
blades and shadows. Killing brings me no pleasure.
Oh, you can get another one. Heh.
Trust me.
Gonna open the way on that one.
The shadows. Death is a blessing. Let not the
Dispatch.
vultures fear. May their blades be sharp.
And a
The
loose
tenants
shadow.
demand.
Give yourself a non-target.
My faith strengthens me.
Weather the storm. I must not falter.
Then it's going to be a question of, can I actually get sight of anything? Relocate burb. Do a little zip zap with the bird. Overcharged bird. Buff yourself up some. So you can actually move. Pop a run gun.
Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Merchant. Your gun's gonna get the last laugh. But what you can do... Let's just get in there.
I'll do it.
Devastating. Militant thing, concentrated fire.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt
Furious
is for the weak.
recital.
As the
Rapid
Emperor
fire.
commands, I act.
And kill.
I'll do it.
It will give you sight of that. Let's get you into full cover. Yeah, guns turn. Oh yeah, I didn't organize your thing. Let's have you... Okay, up here.
The servants of the Omnissiah will not waver.
Do a little bit voice of command.
My creation. Kill protocols authorized.
Transonic wave. So reactivate.
A valid argument. Astute observation.
Luca do some stuff.
A valid argument.
There we are. And then here comes Casca. To have a little fun. Mend reality.
Always drowned in scarlet.
And then do as a little held in my
Isn't this a
gaze.
job for the
And some more repair. 4, 2, 3. It's like everyone got shuffled. Anyway,
Me?
got a workers.
If you insist, Lord Captain. That is foolishness.
Will reveal the way on. Can't see Abelard, can you? No. Doesn't buff up our giants with them.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Nothing I can't mend.
I'm amended.
Alright, Abelard.
At your
Brace
beck
for
and call.
impact. And
Indeed.
your confident approach.
It will be done. At
Reckless
your beck
rush.
and call.
Actually, you can get all the way down there. Yeah.
It will be done.
Getting on that ancient guy.
Target well struck.
Do a
I
little
will
reckless
do my duty.
strike.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. It will be done. I took care of this one.
And steady
Will rule
superiority.
the stars themselves.
I guess take a shot down
I
there.
will do my grey hair, sure hand.
Damn. Because one of the guardsmen.
For the glory of the Imperium! Stay vigilant. Follow my lead.
Suscitation.
Break their morale. Weapon at the ready.
Elven veteran.
Onward! My faith strengthens me.
Argenta's turn. Yeah, you got some friends to take care of.
Faith without deed, each strike is a prayer.
Holy shit! Strength of a goddamn emperor. Anyway. Let's go and pop steady
I am his
superiority.
will made manifest.
Is he still reckless rush on? I cannot tell. What the hatred, welfare and prosperity.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Well, that you do. Oh no, that's not a toggle. Don't know why I thought it was a toggle. Anyway, devastating attack.
Doubt is for the eradicated. As the Emperor commands. Faith
Pop
without
wildfire.
deeds is worthless. Strike is a prayer.
Magenta's so good.
That is not the Emperor's will. The enemies of the
Rebel and
Emperor will
slaughter
be
real quick.
undone. As the Emperor
Pop on your
commands,
gun.
I act. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Then you can just go all the way over there. Let's see, so 2, 3. Or you know, get over there. Do a little kick. Doop, 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 doop. Boom. And then get out of the way.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Cassius up again.
I have read tomes of
Do
military
for
tactics.
Magenta.
If I may,
Give her more buff.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Let's do a little vision obstruction. Bit more free damage, and then
As
boom.
duty demands. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Stay vigilant.
And then Cabela. It's way out of position. Anything. Let's see. Just get up there.
I shall not fail.
And
As
then
honor or death, the other side awaits.
get in there.
Trust me.
Death Whisper.
My blade whispers your name. As honor or
And
killing
finish.
brings me no pleasure.
Janur's burn-scarred face beams with a smile through his armor, though his armor is now riddled with a few more holes. Your lordship, the attack has been repelled. Lieutenant Kyrogen is splattered with blood from head to toe, yet he himself appears to be uninjured. Your lordship, I owe my life, thank you, and glory to House Valancius. Drill Sergeant Dankosh greets you with a nod. Your lordship, it was well worth starting a fight with those iron bastards, just to get a chance to just fight by your side. Subdermal Compensator. When the users hit the gain 15 temporary wounds, 1 round. So what triggers if the attack is blocked or parried? Doesn't stack, more Ferrum Sanctum. Your lordship, spared me a lot of work. Kairugan gives you a tired smile, wiping blood from his face with his sleeve. A new augment arrived for one of our soldiers, but she has no need for it. Please, do not hesitate to take it. It might suit someone in your retinue. And where is Captain Quartermaster Donosky? I've been informed the Captain Quartermaster took a group of our finest scouts and headed towards the ruins, your lordship. The actions of a true servant of the God Emperor, to fall upon the enemy of humanity without doubt or fear, says Argenta. Where did these things come from? The enemy's base is at the Xena ruins, where most holy Severian von Valancius disappeared, your lordship. I see. I will head there with my retinue. You really are courage, your lordship. I'll gather the garrison. We'll check the defenses and follow you shortly. Atonement for the one. Gen check. Activate the lift to the excavation trail. Affirmative, Sergeant. Your lordship, please wait for a moment. A young man is leaning over the control panel, hurriedly pulling levers and pressing worn buttons. He glances at the elevator, then looks askance at you, a flush slowly rising in his pale cheeks. Giving up, he removes his trembling hands from the panel and turns to you. Your your lordship. The lift, there's no power. The young man takes a breath. The Xenos. Damage the batteries. To restore the current, we have to turn something off. An settlement. Anything. That's it. Judging by the marks on the soldier's uniform, he's survived an encounter with the metal Xenos. Let's just say what she found more terrifying. The sight of their iron claws or the prospect of being an obstacle in your path. Yogun, can't you solve our little problem? I do hope your question is rhetorical, Lord Trader, or I'll be the most aggrieved. I am a conduit and a receptacle of a motive force. Before so, the Museion has spoken, speaking under its latch onto the panel, directing power, accompanied by reverberant words of the first galvanic hymn. Worse than Shinspit response. Starting lift now. Well, now we have to blast the overgrowth. But first, levels! Let's see. What all can I do here? Fire within. Displays. Unpredictable. Or critical hit chance. Doubled against enemies from which the soldier is protected by cover at the moment of attack. Tenderize. Enemies damaged by the... I don't have any area attacks. Reloading. Doesn't matter. Nope. Point blank. Area attacks. Muzzle velocity. Nope. Full wounds. Plus 10 ballistic skill and plus 2 movement points. When in full cover against the enemy. Plus 10 damage against them. And they deal 20% damage back. Whenever the soldier deals damage, their critical damage is increased by plus 1% to the end of combat. Cover efficiency is improved. Second attack in a turn deals 11% more damage to enemies that have not suffered damage from the soldier this turn. Demolition Engineer, Camaraderie. Alacrity. Each shot fired by the soldier grants them plus 1 things and stuff. Never stop believing. Each round, Fortress roll, gain plus 1 dodge against ranged attacks for each shot they made. Also, the ranged burst attack grants an additional plus 10. Let's go for Never Stop Believing. Lower warp, awareness. What now? Medicae, I guess? Is it backup? Commerce, Demolition Logic, Lord Imperium. I think Commerce. Maybe Persuasion. As backup. As for you, Stentorian Voice. Invigorating hatred. Whenever the war ends, their turn near an enemy affected by sworn enemy. Attacks of opportunity, movement within range of attacks of opportunity, clenched teeth, damage deflection. It's the first attack made by every enemy that's combat contempt. Makes an attack against the warrior. Warrior's next attack against that enemy deals +8 damage. That's not much. Whenever the warrior takes damage, they gain dodge. Stacking up 3 times, resets after a successful dodge. Desolation. Melee attacks do an additional single shot attacks and melee attack against enemy. They gain +20 armor against attacks made by the target for 1 turn. Critical damage increased by. Nah. Petus, double charge. Living shield. Engagement. Ramming speed. Athletics carouse and. What? Coercion? Awareness. As for you, forensic faith. Chain and power weapons. Some wounds, camaraderie, combat Medicaid. Muzzle velocity would be pretty good. Yes. Demolition and Lower Imperium. Yeah, that's what I was doing with you. All good on navigator stuff. Armor of Contempt. Physical encouragement. Is there anything I was going for? Maybe. Undaunted. No. Personal oversight. Yeah, let's go for that. More resolve. Bonus persuasion, and then a third in something. Commerce, I think. You be smart. Your intelligence is slightly better than your fellowship. You don't really use fellowship for anything. Dance of blood. Ah, just straight up 7% more damage. Bloody Requiem. Escape Artist. All this stuff. Spinning Blades. Parries an attack. Number of attacks made by the next blade dance. Increased by 1. Stacking up to 7 times. Steady Hand. Parries increased by 7%. Attacker's melee critical hit chance bonus determined by the difference between the attackers. That could be pretty good. Sweeping motions. Melee area attacks you aren't really using. If you use any number of wounds, their next attack deals that much more damage. The Alaska, yeah, it could be pretty good. Slip away. Shadow Dancer. More maximum wounds. Promises of blood. Blood Oath restores an additional AP. Encourage some Blood Oath use. Agility. Awareness. And Aogen. Thing. Okay, good. Did not accidentally end that again. Now, where were we? So here's the initiative. Potential difference. I can use the Magna Rail Lance. The next instance of shock or energy damage he deals within 1 round is increased. I don't have the lance on him, but probably do want it there. And then tech use. Oh, but I can't grab tech use. Museion? Why not? Let's go ahead and swap back.
My tech assistant is ready to operate.
Do worse, but not by much.
Anyway. Before we go further in, let's pick up what loot we can. Search Engineer didn't survive. No. Poor bastard. Yes. Reinforced flak armor and a rapid fire autogun. Let's move this thing.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
No sleep, no rest. Only duty, only death.
Looting. All the looting, actually. Lost Tomb, Corners Expanse map. Vivisector Martinex? What are you doing here? Quartermaster. Some more goods over here. Zarkov's Sting. It's bayonet strike with this, or using bayonet strike with this last gun inflicts more toxin. I have it though. Where do you get that from? Same damage as the last weapon, does not count. Let's see, tech can only be used once per turn. Well, it says Vivisector Martinex is up there. But back to the ship real quick. Swap out Aegon's gun. So everyone filters in, and then back down. So we can plot our way into a Lost Tomb. Aegon. We got some works to do. Keep forgetting to use combat stimulants with our man. Yeah, we need the implantation thrown. So, you know, I think I might actually wander back to Footfall real quick. Back to Mundus Valancius. And then, can I get back to Furibundus from here? No. Can get down to Telecos. Trinitos. And then Furibundus. To get the implantation throne upgraded so I can get Aegon properly upgraded. And then I'll talk to him. Now ready to make contact to discuss the agreement. The Messiah's blessings upon you. The null hypothesis of the fulfillment of Pact TR3 was met in accordance with mathematical expectations. The priesthood of Mars praises the commitment of the rogue trader. Lodges Tetria Lama hums a short binaric prayer. The darkness of ignorance no longer confuses our data regarding Turquoise 4. May the Messiah grant you his blessing for helping to open his eyes. The probability of violating the universal laws at the site was extremely high, but Alter's tech clergy demanded the estimate be specified to a tenth or a third of a degree. Did you know about the existence of the anchor core? True statement. The probability is approaching 1. Were you aware that signs of xenotech had been discovered on the platform? Certainly not. At that site, the productivity of Promethium extraction exceeded 100% of the sacred technology's capacity, but the cause of this irregularity was not ascertained. What about my reward? The Altar's tech clergy sent data of the sacred rituals necessary for specialists to elevate a machine spirit. The destruction of heretics is the responsibility of every subject of the Imperium. I am pleased to fulfill my duty. Let his sacred... See, the sound crackles with brief static, then the voice of Logis Tetria Lama occupies the airways once more. Let his sacred law be heard by all. Terminate the connection. The quiet click reveals that your interlocutor has turned off the Vox channel at the same time as you. Implantation throne upgraded. Is that gonna be it? Seems so. So let's go ahead and get the right stuff. Armor than Crazed, deflect, and... Yes. Hello, Kinetic. Yes. Cerebral hollow oculum. Focal emitter. Mark II. Let's see. Hemoadaptive could work with your remote vitalizer. Let's go and give you the Mark II then. So I can actually use that now. Weapon optimizer. Skills of versatility. This is just better. Four Ferrum Sanctum versus, or 3. What's the difference here? None at all that I can see. Okay. Temporary wounds, drop compensator, system graft. Nah. Mark assassin. That could be something I could shove into Cabela. Would be a decent use of that. I think Tactical Analyzer fits for Aegon. Install all your stuff. I mean, technically, it's Wrath of Drusus. The other turn, user deals 16 fire damage to all creatures located exactly 5 cells away. Xenos and demons suffer 50% more damage, but they also suffer some damage themselves. Over and grip. Mark 1. Oh. Oh, that's two-handed melee weapons. Relic Augment. Toxin. Let's dodge. That would hurt. End of the Righteous. Let's see. You do get versatility. So let your stuff. Glow matter doesn't matter. Could give you the cerebral hollow ocular. So whenever the user performs a single target attack against a target within a 3 cell radius, they make a burst shot with this augment immediately after. That could be fun. Just all the attacks. And I wonder if that would count for his thing. In your case, the cerebral hollow ocular could be nice. Get that handle and the other thing. So back to Zarkov we go. Whoop. Yeah, that's not very connected, so Telecos. Montes Valencius. Less chance of Cyrene. Ignis Coronas. Tear of Solar. And down we go. Zarkov and the tomb. Bring the team down. There. Here.
Follow the threads.
Down to the last two. Lost two. Not the last one. I really thought this was going to be the last one. There's a lot of Necron tombs out there. Yes, we're going. We're very good. We're good.
The Emperor sets my path. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Even taught you to fight like this!
The light of terror shines for us.
What's this then? Tools tossed aside in a hurry. Some have bloodstains on them, others have broken handles. As if they were used to fend off an attack.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Oh. Don't need to attack those. Let's see. Since the excavation began, workers have been making great progress in the arduous task of clearing the entrance to the buildings. Also, I just realized I did not equip anything on you. Let's see. Ability extrapolated to the servo skull swarm affects other creatures. The swarm gains intelligence and fellowship until the end of the Overseer's next turn. The Overseer is dogmatic adherent, which I don't think he is. You are one heretical, one iconoclast. So something to be kept in mind. Fellowship and intelligence. 10 of each. Dodge, a bunch of deflection, fortification protocol. Let's see, you're not going to be a priority target. 25 of both. And calculating the effects of signal abilities, characteristics are increased by 30. No damage from area attacks. Ability, whenever an ability is extrapolated through the servo skull swarm, bonus, adherent. It's for the RC's turn, allies. Okay, thermodynamic protocol. At the end of the... No. Damage from area attacks. Yeah, let's go for enhancement of signal. Yeah, try to ignore the...
Oh, this master-crafted patella augment
Oh,
is
come
not
on.
fit for a servitor.
Uh-oh. Is it like this? Anyway, so we got what? Obelisks. Can't even see what the effect is going on over there. Oh, I can just right click it. So I'm gonna reload this save because god damn is that annoying. Hopefully I'll be able to... Okay, visual bug is gone. Excellent. What was it? Enhanced radio signal. Proper Liz time.
You cannot alter
Chronomancer.
your fate.
Let's see. If creature is not affected by temporal anchor effect, moves to a solid with Chronomancer, moves it back to where it started its turn, restoring all wounds that were lost during its turn. Abelard, why don't you just go down there? Obelisk. So Argenta and me will be acting first. A gun there, with Tria Prime there. Oh, when Capella's gonna act, so I'll put her there. Obelisk protection. What's that do? Activated obelisk. As long as the obelisk is standing, Chronomancer gains 1 stack of obelisk protected. When destroyed, obelisk deals direct damage to all Necron equal 5% of their maximum wounds. Ho, ho, ho. I don't look, it only has 82 strength.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Here's recital. Devastating attack.
As the
Rapid
Emperor
fire.
commands, I act. Doubt is
Concentrated
for the weak.
fire. And
As
bang
the
bang
Emperor
bang.
commands, I'll do it.
Reload. And I don't know. Stand there awkwardly. My turn. So first, let's move Bird up. Do a little zippity zap. My end. Enfeeble this thing. Also buff myself up.
A curious, if unpleasant experience.
Causality breach. My extra turns are... Generation, invigorate. Anyway. Bang. Bang. Flame. swift kill. Let's go and blast you. Overcharge the Raven. And get out of this. Yes, yeah. How about you go ahead and
I am
lend
a
reality a little?
navigator, not a servitor.
Yeah, let's try to avoid extra turns.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not
Looks
accustomed
fate.
to being ordered around.
Get up there.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Point of curiosity.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am under your guard, and you are under mine. Try to die with grace, at least.
Bella, you just so happen to be right next to a buddy friend.
The shadows will see it done. As honor. Death comes in silence.
Danse Macabre. A little bit.
Trust me, death is a blessing.
And then a swoop.
The other side awaits.
And
The
death bolts.
undying Emperor whispers his will.
And leave you there. You're gone. Move up. Relocate up here.
Initiating spatial relocation.
Take a rail, air authority.
Lucius, I'm relying on you.
What's
Executing command. The machine spirits approved.
Charge distribution. Fine. Done with the fine work.
Executing command.
Open gates.
Lucius, I'm relying on you.
And medication. Now then.
Astute observation terminated.
Blast.
The machine's
call that there. Abelard.
At your beck and call.
Let's see.
It will be done.
And your confidence approach. Reckless
Victory is
rush.
imminent.
Push the guy away.
Indeed. Target well struck. Reduced to dust. I will
Go
do
ahead
my
and pop a
duty.
wildfire. Let's get another shot down there.
Someone else can do this. I'd rather not. It will be done.
Whoop.
Victory is imminent.
Ah.
No matter the cost.
Okay.
Indeed. I took care of this one.
That
I
one.
will do
you.
my one fewer target. Tried and tested tactics are the best
And
ones.
you.
To dust. At your beck and call.
And then that guy.
Grey hair, sure hair. Target well struck. Grey hair, sure hand.
Dear God.
Victory is
Anyway, time for another Ravenous.
target well struck. Exemplary.
Why don't I go ahead and give you another stim?
Indeed. It will be done. This one.
A tactically sound approach.
Target well struck. At your beck and call.
Spawn small guys. Well, Abelard, time for some more killing.
Follow my lead.
Nope.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Target well struck. One fewer target.
Nice. Okay. You going forward anyway?
Target well struck. Aha! An
Oh, it's Hyperphase!
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Hello!
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
You're gonna
As
burn.
the Emperor commands, I act.
Reckless Rush.
I will bathe this
then
battlefield in righteous
Some more
fury.
shots.
Doubt is for the weak.
Concentrate fire.
I'll do it.
Yeah! Get there. Double
Guided
kick.
by faith.
Smack.
As the Emperor commands,
And I have enough for another
I
wire
act.
flyer. So we finish off that guy. With gusto.
I refuse.
My turn! Hi! I said go away. Fable. Do a little zip zap. That's okay. Let's revel and slaughter some. Let's see. And they're not even in range. What I can do is move the bird down some. Yeah, it's not gonna do much. Can I see Cabela? I can. Let's get you buffed up a little. Or not. So Cassia, can you do some good stuff on there? No.
Emperor, give me strength.
What I can do is put curse down on Mr. Chronomancer. And now I can get some stuff down on the
Neither of
Obelisk.
us has to fight alone anymore.
Oops.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Hey, could you get away from there? Nope, you don't want to move? Okay.
What bionics will endure?
If I may,
Just give yourself some fate in your real life.
do not dare ask. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Cabela's turn. Cannot go too far. Oh, but you can.
I am
go
your
there.
blade and shield.
Do a little
As
suppose
honor
weakness.
ordains, as the tenants demand.
Captive audience. Death
As honor
Whisper.
caught by the web. The shadow brings me no pleasure. I will leave footprints of scarlet.
And then hop in on the last guy.
The other side awaits. Trust me. As
And
the
become
tenants
elusive.
demand.
A curious and unpleasant experience. My creation, your assistance is required.
Forward.
Lucius, move.
Oh god, you're so slow. Oh, no. Let's see. Blast.
Executing command. Blessed Orbetics can replace and enhance
And
vision,
this.
motor function, and endurance. Alas, they cannot cure incompetence.
Here. The Emerald Hide. Thomas Medkit bound by the warp. Brothers in Arms, castigating echoes. Ooh, effects of psi powers relayed through the Cyber Raven are calculated as if a psi rating were +1. Mr. Augmatics, Master's Patronage, Psi Resonator. When the Overseer relays a psychic power through the Cyber Raven for the first time around, +1. When this flows. Ooh, the Overseer is within 4 cells of the Cyber Raven. Suppression factor. Side by side. Rite of calibration would be nice. What was I doing? Perception. You. Close quarters training. Martial arts. Preferred targets. A heavy gunner does apply. Focal point. 15% more damage against targets that have a priority target. Yeah. Burst attacks and melee area attacks. Crippling blasts. The weak. Haze. Killed at least one enemy with a melee attack. More dodge. Arms of Master. Killing an enemy with a melee attack makes all target range attacks this turn cost 1 less AP to a minimum of 1, and vice versa. Adaptability. Less critical hit chance. Now, whenever the Archmilitant or their allies use a heroic act or desperate measure, the Archmilitant gains +1 and plus 10% damage on all attacks related in combat. Yes. And yeah, weapon skill and following up with toughness. You. Arms Master. Every round, first tool target ability used by an ally on the Archmilitant grants 1 action point to that ally. I think I'll do a custom to glory for you as well. It's following you up with agility. On your end, Swift Shadow. Right before its eagle begins soaring, adjacent enemies become staggered. Right, calibration, I think. And perception for you. Let's see, Carmine Whisper, hemorrhage effect applied by Death Whisper deals an additional +10 damage, yeah. Let's see, if the assassin is elusive at the start of their turn, they gain +4 MP and +10 lethality until the end of their turn. Non-killer, mortally effective. Ooh, whenever the assassin hits a target with an attack that has 100% or 100 lethality or greater for the first time in a round, they regain the MP from the AP from the attack. Let's go for mortally effective then. And the follow-up is agility. And Aogun. So I still have that open. This is after potential difference. We are looking at lost energy. More shock damage. Enemies hit by Aogun suffer 15% more shock damage to the end of combat. Unstacking. And intelligence. Anyway, time to do a bit of looting. Necron Tech Hotshot Laser. So there's not a scrap of skin left on this person. Almost no flesh. 4 claw marks are visible on the hard stone, and their depth and sharpness are more resistant to swords or power weapons. The strange medley of bones, skins, and still wet flesh clearly carries some pseudo-religious significance. It seems the shrine was once destroyed, but is now in the process of being rebuilt using human bodies. Vedka Donoski looks to be at peace. Her eyes are shut, her hands folded serenely over her chest. Oh, there's some goods on her. Vedka's eye. Wearers immune to warp damage, cannot use psychic or navigator powers, and is immune to their effects. That's it. Let's clear the way then.
Light of terror, guide our way.
So, more stuff over here. Aha, the ancient gate was clearly once sealed and walled up by means of inhuman technology. More Xenos?
Trivial, as I prognosticated.
So these obelisks are erected much later than the original structure. What's written on them? Anagryph? A warning? All that stuff. Scorch marks from an unknown energy weapon, probably Xenos origin. Detect priest's twisted, tarnished remains with splayed mechadendrites make you think of a squashed metal spider. Examine them. Powerful shot pulverized the head into a tangle of metal and cables. Your eyes linger on the sprawling metal tentacles. Never before have you ever seen mechadendrites so peculiarly modified. The killer must have been thought the same. One of the limbs is missing, with only a dark and empty connection slot where it ought to be. Searching the remains, you move the heavy frame aside and rummage through the tangled wires and dried tubes. As you brush decayed scraps of cloth off the body, they reveal a rusted memory module. Connect your data slate to the memory module. After a series of dry clicks, the machine spirits awaken from their long slumber. A steady buzzing sound from within the memory module grows louder, and the data slate screen produces a pale glow. Obtain the logs. Years of hibernation have taken their toll on the machine spirits, and a flood of errors turned the screen red. The long list of journal entries left by the owner is all but completely corrupted. With luck, you might piece together useful information from the surviving fragments. Search the logs for the owner's name. The module belonged to Magos Exalt 117, the Ancient Seer of the Von Valencia's flagship. It appears that your ancestor made the Ancient Seer part of his retinue for landing on the planet. Exalt 117 proceeded to keep meticulous records of the expedition's progress. One can but hope that the surviving entries will lift the veil surrounding Siberian's fate. Search for information on that. Entry after entry is reported as destroyed by the machine spirits, until finally you chance upon an intact fragment. Only the Omnisci's wisdom enables one to find the true path. But what has one to do if the calculation of that path's vector proves incorrect because of unaccounted for variables? One such variable is Siberian's fixation on the mysteries of the Xenos. His drive to pass through the sealed temple doors is driving the expedition off the path I calculated. Only corrupted and unreadable lines follow. You reread the entry. Siberian was persistent in his efforts to get past the closed door. Did he succeed, or did he turn back? You pass several corrupted entries until one titled The Truth Prevails freezes your data slate. For hours upon hours, I prayed to the Omnisci while devising patterns of xenoglyphs on my mental map, until finally my processing nodes experienced an epiphany. Although the Xenos language is untranslatable, a comparative analysis of the glyphs provided me with a coordinate system sufficient for the purpose, enabling me to progress. Using it helped me reduce the range of images to only 3. Siberian tried each one of them in turn, and one opened at the desired door. A description of the glyphs follows. You memorize it. Last entry. The effort to recover Siberian has been postponed several times now. An unpleasant hypothesis has formed at the intersection of my mental paths. Not all expedition members desire his return. If events continue along the present vector, I must go and retrieve him myself. Likelihood of losing my way is small, as Siberian was planning on leaving marks behind. Whatever happened to Siberian's retinue, it's quite likely that your ancestor's trail lies behind that door. Now you only have to find the glyph that opens it. Elder's body crumbles to dust inside finer. An enormous gate clearly wrought by inhuman hands, the doors are emblazoned with a multitude of shimmering sigils, a skill evident in the carved Xenos inscriptions both awes and disgust you. After a few seconds, you become aware of an interesting detail. The gate appears utterly untouched by time, unlike the ruins around it. You don't need to hesitate on the threshold when a battle with the enemies of humanity awaits us. Let me enter first. Wherever these gates may lead, I will not stray from the path he has blessed. Let's see about entering the gate. Now we're in the Museion. Oh, okay, so I need to go the other way first. I don't think I can go the other way. Floating transport slabs defy gravity through advanced xenotech, though it is not for humanity to fathom their principles.
I'll guide your vessel and lead you on your way.
No. Okay, probably missed some loot. Zoriel. A powerful figure in dark armor lies sprawled on the platform. Under the light of emitters from the unknown Xeno device, it's undoubtedly one of the Astartes, and he's still alive. Strange shackles made of light restrain his arms and legs. Imperium test failed. I can hear your heartbeat. You're not a Xeno solution. Help me, human. Who are you? Captain Zoriel of the Death Watch. The Astartes looks at you with a heavy, bitter gaze, uttering each word with a miserly reluctance. Death Watch? Is that a chapter of some kind? Destroyers of Xenos. We rarely make contact with humans, and there are many reasons for that. For now, that is all you need to know, human. Are you wounded? Not anymore. My inaction was long, and my wounds have healed. I'm ready for battle. How did one of the Astartes come to be here? While clearing out one of the Xenos-infested planets, our unit was ambushed. Blood of Sanguinius, we fought to the bitter end, but we lost. Necrons do not finish off the wounded. Instead, they take them as trophies. Why, I do not know. I have questions. What does this twisted machine do? The device transforms living beings into a substance called hard light. It's a xenomechanical abomination. The warrior controls his anger with great effort, but it breaks through in a deep rumble in his voice. The Xenos, they've perverted death itself. Never before have you seen Cabela's pale, almost inanimate face so transformed into a vivid expression of horror mixed with utter revulsion. How do I set you free? There's a control node not far behind the central platform. Through it, the Necrons place their victims in shackles and transform them. I could see that the orb on the upper left controls the supply of energy, and the switch on the far right triggers the transformation. Make haste, human. The Primarch's blood in my veins calls out for vengeance. Bard. Activate. The console that controls the monstrous device seems to grow out of the metal floor. The matte black panels are dotted with chains of glowing glyphs and a few protruding orbs. Try to understand the device, and succeed. The device is clearly designed to control the process of transforming a living or inanimate object located on the center platform into an incorporeal copy of itself. Your attention is drawn to the rightmost chain of glyphs. They are flashing, as is the large orb above them. They seem to indicate that the current victim is still alive. The leftmost chain separated from all the others by a shining frame. The orb above it burns brightly and steady, and symbols are similar in number and appearance to those engraved on the moving parts of the device. Perhaps that is the control center for the supply of power to the machine. Activate the rightmost chain. Let's see, the ominous buzzing of the awakened emitters echoes through the room. The green brims converge concentrically on the figure in the center of the platform, turning the warrior to... Whoops. Throne, protect us! Abelard strikes a mighty blow with his sword against the console, but it leaves not a scratch on the accursed metal. Swearing under his breath, the Seneschal lowers his gaze in defeat. Argenta watches the warrior's death transfixed, without even trying to hold back the tears streaming down her cheeks. Her lips move almost imperceptibly in ceaseless silent prayer. The platform, carrying the mournful shadow of the holy warrior, rises up and away into an intricate tangle of metal columns. Perhaps climbing one of these columns is the only way to leave this place. But I think I'm gonna leave it there. At the start of things. So, now that we're actually in the Infant Museum, I'll see you guys next time.